Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial start of summer. It is upon us, and you've likely already got your grill out. But if not, we've got some great grilling tips from Dutch Valley Meats, and Paul Gingrich joins me with all these details. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Good, Tim. How are you?
I'm great. You guys do a little bit of everything when it comes to meat there at Dutch Valley.
We do everything, it seems like. All the way from, butchering, processing, and then Lauren is kind of the sausage master.
Okay.
He's the owner, and he's kind of the sausage master. I think we must make, I haven't really counted, I think we must make at least 15 or 20 varieties of fresh sausages, and then many varieties of cooked sausage. Bacon is one of his specialties. We make really the best bacon probably I've ever tasted.
I believe you. And you sort of by trade are a butcher, but also a bit of a grill master then, huh?
Yes, I grew up in Arthur, Illinois, moved to Colorado for many years, and then just recently, my father had a butcher shop right in Arthur, Illinois, and the one I'm working at now is so much like the one I grew up in.
Oh,
it's
wow.
really quite reminiscent. I work 3 days a week, which is enough. And
sure. Well, tell us what you got on the grill.
I have bratwurst, and I have 3 different kinds on here, and I hope I've kept them separate, but I have a beer brat right here. That's just kind of a journeyman bratwurst, I would call it, just a regular, normal bratwurst.
Fairly typical, right?
Pretty typical. I did it in the entire on the grill. A lot of people do a beer brat or a simple bratwurst. They'll poach them and if you do poach them in water or beer, you should never boil it. Just like 180 degrees, just let it, I call it poaching.
Okay.
Comes up to temp, then just grill mark them. Because if you do it entirely on the grill, you have to really be careful because you can burst them. But anyway, I have the beer brat. I have a sweet onion brat, which is this one, and then also a garlic parmesan, which is this one.
I don't know if I've had the onion. I don't know if I've had a garlic parmesan. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, they're nice. That's a sweet onion is really, really a nice. You have to like onions, if you prefer.
I'm sure
it,
you do. Now, how do you know when I love grilling? That's about the only cooking I do is with a grill. But how do you know when a brat is done? That seems to be a trick for me. I've been into one that was not done once, and it was not a great experience.
No.
So what's the trick?
Well, I can, I've done it so many times. I can sort of, when you put pressure on it, it's going to be nice and tight. I can tell this one's undercooked, and I can tell that these are done. But the perfect way is a thermometer.
Okay.
165 degrees. For years, everybody said pork 180.
Right.
We now know that the pathogens are gone much less than that. And so 165 is what we recommend now.
Okay.
Lauren will tell people.
So a typical meat thermometer would work well for brats as well.
They call them the ones with the little sharp points. They call them instant reads.
Yep.
And you want to you want to kind of think that they're pretty close to finished before you stick a thermometer in them, because then the juice runs.
Sure. So you're not just waiting for them to split, and that's when you know they're done.
No. Just make sure you get them all on pretty much at the same time.
Yep.
Poke 1 or 2, make sure you're comfortable that it's completely finished, and then...
Let's talk about what goes into a brat as much as you're able, and how they're made. I've seen these pictures of like the tubes that fillings being stuck into.
Yeah.
Like, so what are in these per se?
These are pork brats.
Okay.
So pork shoulder is what we use, and then just spices from there.
Okay.
And there's really a trick to knowing how much to mix that, because you want the protein mycins to kind of bind and get tacky. That's when you know it's properly mixed. And then, we have this mega machine. I think it holds maybe 200 pounds. And then it pushes it down and out, just like you're talking about, pushes it out this tube.
And you get a certain length, and you sort of clamp it off and do it over and over and over again, right?
Yeah, you spin them, you pinch, spin, pinch, spin. Except the machine we have does it for us now.
All right, well, we're going to leave you out here, Paul, to do a little more grilling. We're going to be back to try these at the end of the show, and we'll get you all the details about Dutch Valley Meats, everything you want to know about brats and all the other meat they have there at CILiving.tv. Heather is inside. I'm going to toss it to her, and I promise to save you at least one. I think there are 9 here, so...